and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Natasha Kirchak here with the latest news from Israel. A Palestinian from the West Bank city of Kalkilia has just been arrested for stabbing an Israeli bus driver in central Israel. The attack occurred outside a shawarma stand in Petah, Tikva, where the 32-year-old victim regularly eats lunch. The driver is in moderate to serious condition and is reportedly an Arab Israeli from the town of Araga who was mistaken for a Jew by the terrorist. The 21-year-old suspect says he did it all for Al-Aqsa Mosque. He was in prison between 2015 and 2016 for terrorist activity and is currently being interrogated by the Shin Bet intelligence service. Reports say that the suspect was neutralized by a restaurant worker with a pizza tray. An Israeli security guard has been stabbed in a terror attack at the Israeli embassy in Jordan, and the Israeli Prime Minister is now vowing to bring the victim home, even though he's currently being held for questioning by the Jordanian government. It also looks like the 17-year-old Jordanian behind the assault was motivated by the controversy on Jerusalem's Temple Mount.
Mohammed Jawadeh had reportedly been hired to carry out some carpentry work in the embassy building. But when he entered the building, he stabbed an Israeli guard with a screwdriver. The Jordanian's attack was reportedly spurred by his anger over Israel's decision to implement new security measures at the Temple Mount following a shooting attack that left 2 Israeli police officers dead. But Jawadeh's father says that it was a personal dispute and that his son isn't involved in politics. The injured Israeli guard is a deputy director of security at the embassy, and he's being treated in a Jordanian hospital. But the story doesn't end there. He's now being held by Jordan for questioning in the ongoing investigation. The Israeli Foreign Ministry points out that he has diplomatic immunity and should be free to leave. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is vowing to bring the guard home against Jordanian wishes. It seems like a diplomatic crisis between Israel and Jordan may be brewing. Some in Jordan are even calling for the guard's execution. Jordanian forces surrounded the embassy following the attack, using tear gas to disperse rioters who gathered. This is not the only place where Temple Mount tensions have led to violence either. On Thursday, members of a Turkish fascist group with ties to Turkish President Erdogan attacked a synagogue in Istanbul, throwing rocks at its windows and threatening to put the synagogue under siege. In response, Israel has closed all embassies and consulates in Turkey.
As the Temple Mount crisis escalates and threatens to throw the region in turmoil, U.S. President Donald Trump has sent his special envoy Jason Greenblatt to the region to try to broker a resolution.
The U.S. has played a pretty hands-off role in the crisis, which kicked off when 3 Israeli Arabs shot dead 2 Israeli police officers who were guarding the Temple Mount. But now Jason Greenblatt is on his way to support efforts to reduce tensions in the region, according to senior administration officials. He'll be coordinating his efforts with Jared Kushner, U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman, and the U.S. State Department. The Trump administration's plans for a huge deal between Israel and the Palestinians are seemingly on the rocks, now that Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has frozen security cooperation and all contact with Israel. Along with that, vast differences between President Trump and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson on Middle Eastern issues like Israel and Iran are sparking rumors of a Tillerson-Rexit, possibly before the end of the year.
Terrorists in the Gaza Strip fired yet another rocket into Israel early Sunday morning, but it missed its mark and landed in an open area. According to the IDF, the rocket landed in an open area in the Eshkol Regional Council, and it didn't even trigger a rocket siren, since it was heading to an unpopulated area. In response, the IDF hit a Hamas position in the southern Gaza Strip. It's the 3rd rocket fired from the Gaza Strip in 2 days, and all 3 have been unsuccessful, with one detonating in midair and another landing in an open area in the Negev. That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Natasha Kirchak, and see you next time.